Basically, this is the ellipse tool. I'll go over all of the things that it does. I mean, it's very simple, but they change slightly, so you may want to know that. So the first one is the first click, which is the left click. You press on it and then you press on the left. You're going to start with the center of it. And then if you type in 0, it will click on right into the center. And from then on, you can click onto the left. And this is showing like how big you want the ellipse to be. You can click on Shift, and this is gonna give you, a 90-degree direction. And then you can type in the how big you want it. So if I say 20, that's exactly how big it's gonna be. And then it will copy it. It will mirror that 20 to the other side. So it's like the diameter, and when you type in 20, it's going to go onto the other side. And then we have, and then you can click on exactly how we did with the first one. You can type in a radius that you want the other side to be, and that's how you make your ellipse with this first tool. So center, and then you pick a side, type in, and then you click left, and then you're on the third one. And then here again, do it. Click left again, and you've finished your ellipse. So that's the first tool. The second tool is, so this time you're doing it through the side. So you pick one side, as we did, and then you click again, and you pick the other side, and then the third click, you're picking the whole radius this time. So the whole thing rather than half of the width. So here again, you can click on, a diameter, and then click again on left, and you finished it. So this is the second tool in the ellipse tool. That's great. And then now let's do the third one. So on the third one, you are using it. Basically, you're making a line to reference an ellipse. So for some reason, if you want to reference a line in your project or whatever it is and make an ellipse around that, that's what you would use this tool for. And then here again, so let's go over that again. So you click on it, you pick the tool, you click on one of the sides of the line, and then you click on the other side. And now that line is using it as a reference. And as you move away from it, you're making your ellipse. As you're moving away, you can change how big you want it to be. Again, I'm clicking on the left to finish my shape. So that's the third one. And if we go to the fourth one, so for this fourth one, you're using a curve. You need a curve, and you're using that curve to reference you're using a point on that curve to make an ellipse. So if we have a curve, so this is my curve, and let's say I want to ellipse exactly at that point, somewhere at that point. I click on the tool, and I click on that point, and that's going to be where the center's going to start. So if it's on the end or here, let's click on it, and now it wants me to input how big I want the diameter, and the center starts at that exact point of that curve. So if I can go to a different perspective to, to give it a dimension, I could say 20 again, and then click again to input the height of the curve. Let's do that. And then at the perspective, you can see that we've made a ellipse at that starting from that exact point, perpendicular to that curve. Yeah, so that's also another tool that might be in handy. So let's delete that. And now we're at the fifth tool. So this is basically using a rectangle as your reference to making an ellipse. So again, very, simple. You click on it and you move it around to get an ellipse. If you press shift, you'll make a rectangle. So like again, if you want to make, a circle at a specific point, um, you might use this for one of your projects or one of your work. Again, you just click on it to finish where you want, and you've made again another ellipse in a slightly different way. And yeah, the last one is, so again, very similar, very simple. You're just mirroring one side to the other to make an ellipse. And then you press again to finish your ellipse, and that's it. So that's going over all of the different tools in the ellipse tool to make an ellipse. Yeah, I'm just going over everything to understand every little tool in Rhino, and hopefully finally, we can learn everything in this program one by one. That would be cool. Yeah, thank you so much.